Now with Mitchie, he runs along the boundary line for Peel and then chips it short Gwadden, and coming into effect the perfect spoil in the nick of time. Back with Jones, kicks into oncoming traffic. The ball ricochets out to Andrew Strike, looking to impress the Eagles selection panel, and that won't hurt because he's gone long to the edge of the goal square, and the mark dragged down by Zanetti. As Zanetti, for the opening goal of the game, makes no mistake from close range.
Yeah, a couple of weeks ago we're up here, Glenn. Yeah, it was a good kick by the big fellas. Salakis was on the lead, and the Peel defender just got a spoil in there. Well done.
So just, well, right on the attacking 50-metre arc for West Perth. Williams tapped it. Nicely controlled there by Tregear. He's a stylish left footer. Oh, he goes to centre half forward. Well, he kicked it to the hot spot, and Gordon, not normally a tall player, noted for his overhead marking, was really unattended there, Todd, and took it without any contest.
Yeah, no, he's not normally tall at all, Phil, but it was well done by Tregear. You say we saw him a couple of weeks ago as well. Very classy left footer, and again, just delivered it beautifully to... he's about to handball it off. Not too confident with the distance, I don't think, from here, Glenn.
May test him. Now he winds up, has a bit of a run at it. I don't know what his doubts were about, because he splits the middle, made the distance without any problems at all. West Perth had their second. Nearly 11 minutes gone in the first quarter, and their supporters are starting to find voice.
Yeah, they always find.
Well, a bit of a contentious one, Todd.
Oh, very much so. And playing it in front of the members isn't a good idea either.
Well, not if you want to get out of here in one piece.
That's a tough decision.
Healy from a step. Stockley gathered it well, the big man, when it hit the ground. Gave it to Tyndall. Did well under the weight of the tackle to direct it to Hutchings, who's finding space now. So is Strike on the outer wing. He's got away from Mitchie. Grandstand wing, driving kick into the pocket. Salikas is there, gathers it. Got nowhere to go, but with a sweeping hand pass, gets it back to Strike. Accelerates, lines them up, and Andrew Strike has put it through.
Above the bag limit there, definitely, Phil. He's a big man.
And playing on a very good defender in Brent Leclerc, or a very good footballer, full stop, is taken there by Coonan. Released a hand pass eventually. Jones putting his head down over the footy. In the end, it was Saylor who just picked it up, and away he went. Hand passes into the path of Rice. Uses it well on this occasion, Todd, I noticed. Gave it to Coonan by hand, and Coonan, well, that's a quick reply. West Perth winning the clearance out of the centre. That's always a key. Bill Dempsey,
a great man.
Got the munchies.
Sitting in his own grandstand.
Yep.
Well, he and Mel Winans.
He's allowed to do what he likes, I guess, Bill. I think generally he does. There's a chance now for Healy. Hand pass not good. Oh, picked up at full speed by Strike. Takes a bounce, gets around an opponent, draws a player. Hand passes then to Mellington, and Mellington from 15 metres out directly in front has kicked the goal, but great work by Andrew Strike.
Yeah.
Hand pass to the run of Black. Turns 20 on Christmas Day, interestingly enough. Goes short. Stockley, haven't seen much of him. They're just forward of centre, West Perth, controlling the footy right down the corridor. While the ball clears the pack, here's a chance now for them if they can pick it up cleanly. Salakis gathers it, almost made a meal of it. He was falling as he got it to his boot, dribbled it through, and West Perth again get a quick reply.
There, Blaine Wilson in the mix. Now a long left footer out wide, and Brown's kick landing in the lap of Pearce. He centres it to the middle of the ground. Stockley rather casual, just one hand. Comes across the centre line, marked by Shadbolt, out wide. He's got the run of Black, 60 metres out from goal. He'll go just inside 50, and he'll come back and take his shot. He could have gone on Tregear, but he'll take the shot on goal. So we've got how many individual goal scorers?
11.
13.
13, is it 7 goals to 6?
13.
That's what threw me momentarily.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, I was just checking my own stats as well. Phil,
13.
How many is it?
13.
Oh, okay, good. So I thought you said.
I was trying to figure out during that passage what happened there, but
that's all I was doing was counting my names as well. But Tregear,
he'll have a shot on
he
goal.
could be the 14th, Phil.
Yeah.
He hasn't kicked one today. He had a shot a bit earlier. I revved him up saying how good his kicking was.
He's a left footer. He starts it right, so the cross breeze puts it straight through the goal mouth, and the Falcons are back in front.
14 single goal scorers.
Is that right, Phil?
Falcons.
Yeah, good hands by Pearce. Needed to take that one too. He was in a dangerous area.
Straight to the heart of the ground. Marked by Black. Black now just beyond the centre circles. Hutchings turns, goes inside the attacking 50 now. Too tall, too strong down there. The mark dragged down by Go Bells, and
goals.
Local product from the Warwick Greenwood Club, and Jeff Go Bells puts it through the middle.
He's a bit of a limp go up there. It would have hurt. He's a tough kid. He'll keep going. He'll just run that one out.
Going past him, Tedesco receives the hand pass, goes short and hits strike on the chest. Running on Tedesco, so he's another link in the chain. 55, 60 metres out, centering kick. Coonan down there, and the big fella takes the mark.
But Coonan looks like he's snuck that one through for his
the first multiple goal scorer.
Second of the afternoon, so well done to the big fella. Working very hard across the middle and also giving a target up forward, so well done.
Both Ruckman get a hand to it. Gordon, hand pass to Brown. Now it's Coonan. Onto the left boot. Touched off the boot, says the umpire. Saylor drops an easy one. May have already had it spent. Healy. Oh, his hand pass meant that Jones intercepting it. Gordon gets it onto the right boot. Is that the required distance? The umpire says yes. Mellington's taken the mark about 48.5 metres out from goal. Difficult angle.
Good composure there by Gordon. You see him replay Gordon and just get the handball out. Had a quick look. Come back out on his left foot and found this man Mellington. It could be an upset on the cards here, Glenn, the way we're going. It could be a big day for it.
Indeed, Gold Coast on the threshold of beating Port Adelaide across in the South Australian capital.
Jeez, that's
Look
a
at this
good
kick from Mellington. He has judged that to a nicety. He was right on the boundary line. He's a left footer, and he used the breeze to absolute perfection. He really did strike it well, and that's one of the goals of the day.
It certainly is, and as soon as he kicked that, Phil, I was quite confident that was going to be going straight through the middle. He has read that well. He wouldn't have kicked too many goals up here. The young fella is on the Fremantle list, so you would only think he'd be up here once a week training. So it was well done, Gordon, in there, and come back on, and then stepped around his man and found Mellington, and from out there, kicked outside, just outside the 50. From an angle, there we see there, just set it up beautifully. It's like he's been kicking goals here all his life. Just sailed straight over the goal umpire's hat, and well done to Mellington for his second of the afternoon.
Yep, ball bounced back in the middle. See if anyone can get an advantage. Hutchings gives it off there to Brown. He's stripped to the footy. The tackle lingered. That's unfortunate.
Oh, it could be 50.
We were away.
Jeez, Peel.
Now it's 50.
And that was the Cod who called that. Glenn, I was watching the West Perth, the Peel player. Who was it? It was Lawler. He took a couple of bounces and then threw one into the ground, and the central umpire did not see it. Craig O'Donoghue was in the Peel 50, pulled it up, and very costly mistake by Peel.
Well, we can tell you that the Gold Coast Suns have won their first match in the AFL. They've won by 3 points over Port Adelaide. The siren just sounding. 15-14 to 15-11. The Gold Coast kicking 6 goals to 1. Coming from behind to win. That's what Peel's going to have to do here in a big way. They're winless. The Gold Coast have opened their account today, but the early goals here going the way of the Falcons in this term. That one to Stephen Brown, and with 4 unanswered goals in this quarter, all of a sudden it's a very dangerous 29-point margin.
Yes.
Rice elects to go toward Tyndall. Converging on him was Kristen Thornton. Controlled the ball extremely well. Gets the hand pass to Lawler. Lawler now across his body with the left boot. Bounces pretty well for Flay. Flay does well. Hand pass to the call of Black. Black back to the call of Flay. They still control it. Rice with a hand pass. They're out of trouble. Pearce finding some of the footy and growing in confidence, and across the ground to Hutchings. Now Shadbolt. Falcons everywhere. The Clara has drifted forward of centre. Drills a pass up towards Mellington. He's marked inside 50, and we know that the distance is not a problem. He goes back.
That's pretty good too.
That's a great looking kick. Not a problem with that one. So Josh Mellington's now got 3 goals, 3, recruited by the Fremantle Football Club from the Murray Bushrangers, and he does look a player. He decides to concede ground. Demanding the footy from behind him was Brent LaCroix. He goes in towards, full forward. There's no one manning Mellington. He just turns around, no one on the mark, no pressure. He just turns around, kicks the easiest of goals. He's now got 4, and he certainly emerged as one of the top 3 or 4 players on the ground.
He certainly has. That was a bit easy. Trevor Williams not too happy with that. It was no defensive pressure whatsoever. You see Lacroix just booting the ball along. It's probably carried more than anyone thought it would carry, but Josh Mellington just sitting up behind him, behind the Peel defender, and even just letting him turn around and just kicking an easy goal like that. You know, Trevor Williams would be very disappointed, but this bloke's been very good. 4 goals, 3 again today.
4 goals in the match, 3 of them since half-time for Josh Mellington.
Isn't that been Wilson's man all day too, Phil?
He certainly has been on him for a bit, but I thought he was on Go Bells at the moment.
Pair of 19s to have another go in the middle. Williams favoured by the bounce, but Coonan runs at him. It's as good as a kick. It almost goes towards the 50-metre arc. Out comes Mellington, gets rid of Kristen Thornton, opens the path for strike. That's as easy as goals come. He gets his second on the run, and the margin beyond 50 points.
From almost point-blank range a little while ago, was up on centre wing, taking a mark, kicking the ball to centre half forward. Great mark taken there by Rice, floated in from the side of the pack, plays on and kicks a goal from 45. Well, that's just about your play of the day. Joel Rice has been a good contributor, Todd. Now another goal scorer for West Perth, but that was outstanding play by Rice. Puts it up high, and Black, who's one of the smaller players on the ground, made a pretty good effort of it, then gets up with the footy. Well done. Pearce, hand pass to Tregear, natural left footer, uses the right, puts it up high, and it's a mark, a free kick. It doesn't matter, the free kick's been paid. And Coonan, who took the mark anyway, is going to shoot at goal from 20 metres out directly in front, and just about emerging as BOG.
Yeah, this is the best game I've seen Chris play, and he has done it everywhere. Middle of the ground, up forward. He's taken a couple of marks down back as well. He's certainly been the standout big man on the ground.
And he's kicked 2.
Kicking for his 3rd goal would just about give him BOG performance, Phil.
And he's got it.
As he's done it.
He's got 3 goals, and that is a great performance by Chris Coonan. He's had some pretty good opposition in the ruck contest throughout the course of the afternoon from Jake and Williams, but
his hand pass stolen by Guadanin. Overlapping run from Pearce. High kick to centre half forward. Unable to take the mark there. Mellington was playing for the free kick in the end. Here comes Jordan Jones, lucky to get away with that. Hand pass though gathered by Strike. Finds a teammate inside 50. Go Bells. Gains momentum after a stuttery approach. Punches it through. He's got 2.
So hopefully he recovers quickly.
Great news.
Let's hope for his sake. It looks like it. He's icing it up at the moment as West Perth go forward. Go Bells on the lead, has accepted the pass from Josh Pearce.
Probably only a 5-week injury, hopefully, for the young fella.
You're a specialist now, are you?
Well, I was last week with the arm injuries, so now it's an ankle, and I've had a few ankles myself, Phil, and it's always about
You'd
4
have
or
2,
5
wouldn't
weeks.
you, normally?
I got 2, yes.
Meanwhile, Anthony Salikas on the lead, and it was a good pass to him, so
he's got 1 goal, 3.
Yep.
So he can improve his kicking. He's a fair way out.
Yeah, only his 2nd game for the year, so it's been good practice for him.
He gets plenty on it, but
it's a goal.
Is it a goal, is it? Gee, he did well. He really stabbed at the ball, kept it quite low into the breeze, and but it held its line beautifully. So he has now got 2, and that's West Perth's 18th goal. Thank goodness they haven't had their kicking boots on, Todd, because 18-19 is not a great scoreline.
Well, and they've kicked at least 2 out of bounds on the full, I can recall as well, Phil and Glenn. So yeah, look, it's lucky for Peel they haven't been on the mark today, but they are top two sides, so you would expect them to have a big win like this. It just took them a bit of time to get Peel off their back.
Well, their percentage now will be pretty close to Claremont's. They're both going to be 5-0 at the end of the round, with Claremont in action tonight down at Bellerive Oval in Hobart against Clarence in the interstate domestic comp. Mitchie almost threw that away under pressure. Gwadden, the recipient of the steal, gives it off to Pearce, and away go the Falcons inside 50 again. Sweating over the back was Mellington. Here comes Striker, who's almost moving too fast. Gathers, flying shot on goal. There's the goal of the day. Strike gets his 3rd.
just works his way out of the tackle, finds Gordon, beautiful delivery, Gordon in toward the middle of the ground. Pearce, long hand pass to Coonan, having some sort of a day. Away goes the big man. 2 bounces through the centre square. Low, accurate pass. Ends up with go balls. And this one, I reckon you can put down your glasses on because he's a pretty good kick for goal.
Coonan wants it back.
If ever I put the knocker on someone, I've just done it to Jeff Gobels.
He's a good mover, Coonan. I mean, he was covering ground at a rapid rate for a man of 6'6" or 7.
I reckon you can toss a coin between he and strikers best on ground.
Yeah, Coonan's just, and he's run onto the forward pocket, a bit disappointed he didn't get it back, but started on the point of the half-back flank, Glenn. We both saw him, took a bounce or two, and then delivered it beautifully to this man.
I saw him as well.
No, you were looking at individual goal kickers.
Let's see what Gobels can do. Goes back, steers it through, so that really does cap off a terrific passage of play by West Perth. 29, nearly 30 minutes gone in the quarter, and they have 20 goals, 20.
Rod Willett down there with Chris Coonan, who, as you can see, kicked 3 goals alongside Jeff Gobels and Andrew Strite. Well, Josh Mellington kicked 3 of his 4 in the landslide after half-time, and all singles, 7 of them for Peel Thunder, who stopped to an absolute walk in the second half, and Trevor Williams will be very disappointed. No score after 3-quarter time and only 2 behinds in the 3rd quarter. You can see how tight it was. West Perth 2 points up at quarter time, and they were only 5 points up at the long break. But after that, they've kicked the last 14 goals of the match. They got the 7th goal at the 19-minute mark of the 2nd quarter and went on to kick another 13 after half time. So